All right, regarding Fort Motor Credit versus Angelo Wright, Angelo Wright, the suffix 2837. Counsel, your appearance at this time, please.
Morning, Your Honor. Deborah Winslow, P63179 on behalf of the plaintiff.
All right, thank you, Ms. Winslow. Good morning to you. And Mr. Angelo Wright, you've indicated that you are present on this Zoom as well. I previously established a scheduling order, and the matter now is before the court where the defense in this matter has filed a motion for summary disposition regarding this case. And Mr. Wright, did you get a copy of the motion for summary disposition, sir?
Was this something that was sent to me recently, or is this the one that was sent out
sometime in April of 2022? And the plaintiff is asking for judgment of $1,100 plus applicable court costs in this matter. Did you see that?
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, this was the one that was given to my mother. Correct.
All right. So let me hear from counsel regarding this matter. Go ahead, Madam Counsel.
Yes, Your Honor. This is plaintiff's motion for summary disposition brought pursuant to MCR 2.116 C9 and C10. Our action is based on a default on a motor vehicle lease agreement. The lease agreement was entered into March 20th, 2018 for a 2018 Ford Fusion. Upon lease termination, there was damages owed or excess charges owed of $1,102.47, which included excess wear and use, one unpaid lease payment, late fee, the lease disposition fee, and applicable taxes. And that is the amount plaintiff is seeking in its complaint. We have attached a copy of that final invoice as Exhibit D. Mr. Wright did not file a response to our motion. I know at the previous pretrial, he indicated the dealership said they were going to pay this amount. We were unsuccessful in reaching the dealership. Furthermore, I would contend that that would be his responsibility to try to redeem payment from the dealership. Also, I did try calling Mr. Wright to discuss this prior to filing my motion and did not hear back from him. So plaintiff would request that judgment be entered in the amount of $1,102.47 plus applicable costs and attorney fee.
All right, thank you, counsel. And sir, so you did not file a written response to that particular motion. So tell me what you want to tell me about this matter, sir. They're asking that the court enter judgment now based upon the complaint that was filed and based upon their not being a genuine material issue of fact. And if I look at the pleadings together, it would seem that there is not really a defense that is raised to this particular claim. Go ahead, sir.
The questionnaire that was supposed to have been in this packet that I was supposed to do my response on wasn't in this packet. I'm not quite sure exactly how I was going to respond because I didn't have that in this packet that was sent to me, which I have right here in front of me of everything on there. And it's just pretty much going over what they, were filing on me on. Now, in my defense, I've had two other leases with this since this lease. And when I spoke with the dealership regarding when I got this paperwork, which is the finance manager at Avis Ford, he was like, "Oh, well, I don't know exactly what they're talking about. Have them give me a call." So I filled out the paperwork and I faxed it over to Michael and Zuba, and for them to be able to speak with him. So he never got back to me regarding, their conversation or if there was an issue. And I just actually got into a whole nother lease. which was about a couple of weeks ago. So I'm not quite sure how, if I'm owing something to Ford and Ford is sending me emails asking me how am I liking my new lease, and you know how do I rate the transaction, but if I owe them money, so that part I don't understand.
All right, sir. I would tell you that the any subsequent lease or dealings would not have anything to do with outstanding money that you might owe as a result of a lease turning situation. Obviously, if you broke the lease and the vehicle had to be repossessed, then you of course could not be able to get another lease agreement. In this situation, this is a case where you're being sued for lease in kind of issue. You turn the vehicle in, they assess the vehicle, and then they bill you for any additional things that are there. In this case, they billed you that they filed a lawsuit against you when you didn't pay that bill, and that's what this case is about. Now, my question centered around whether or not there was a basis. I know that you did not file a written response to the motion. I'm not talking about that complaint that you just raised before me. I'm talking about the motion. The motion is entitled Ford Motor Company LLC's Ford Motor Company's motion for summary disposition, whereby they're saying, Judge, there's not really a legal basis for this case to continue to go forward because we've given notice of this claim, and defendant has not raised a valid defense to the claim and has not responded to the motion itself, not in any kind of written form. So that's what this is. That's what this is about. I want you to understand that this is about, Judge, we don't need a trial on this because this should be summarily decided because he turned the vehicle in. There was one payment that was not satisfied, and there was some damage to the vehicle or wear and tear, and that resulted in the amounts that remained, and that's what he's being sued for. Ms. Winslow, anything further regarding this matter?
No, Your Honor.
All right. It seems to me that as I look at everything that's involved here, the pleadings and the motion that's been submitted before the court, it would seem to me that there's not a genuine issue of material fact such that this matter should proceed by way of trial, and that the plaintiff is entitled to judgment under the rule that's applicable here, and that is that defendant is entitled to the grant of his motion. The plaintiff is entitled to the grant of his motion for summary disposition to the extent that the dealership or anyone else has indicated to Mr. Wright that they will cover the indebtedness or the expenses that are approved by way of the turn-in of the vehicle. Then he will want to take his order indicating that he has a judgment against him for the amount paid to the dealership, and insist that they be held responsible for that. At this point, the judgment will be against Mr. Wright, and that judgment will be for the amount paid for in the complaint, which is $1,102.47. There's applicable court costs of $149.48, and a statutory attorney fee. So it looks like the total amount is going to be a little bit in excess of $1,300. The plaintiff's counsel will put that amount in a judgment and will forward it to the court, and that will be the judgment in this matter. All parties will receive a copy of the judgment as well once it's submitted to the court and signed off.
Your Honor, should we?
Motion is granted. Go ahead, Madam Counsel.
Should we email that over or?
Yes, and my clerk is out today, but I'm going to give you the email address nonetheless, and so I will get to it tomorrow when she picks it up. And that is Latifah, L-A-T-I-F-A-H. Wait a minute, did I get that right? Latifah, L-A-T-I-F-A-H, yes. L-A-T-I-F-A-H .Hunter, Hunter is the last name, at 36, it's 36th, districtcourt.org.
Thank you.
All right, I wish both sides well. Good day to you, Mr. Wright. Good day to you, Madam Council. Good day.
Thank you as well.
This Jefferson, there's that old song that says, tell me something good.
Judge, we got a settlement.
All right. Is Mr. Washington going to be,
He's supposed to be joining us. I talked to him about 5 minutes ago.
all right. So I'll give it a couple minutes and call the case formally and try to get whatever has happened on the record, okay?
Oh,
All right, this is case number 21-150013. This is Visiting Angels Living Assisting versus Kenneth Wesley. The matter is before the court, settling for review on today's date. For the plaintiff Visiting Angels, your appearance at this time.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jim Washington, P42503, on behalf of Visiting Angels.
All right, thank you, Mr. Washington. Good morning to you. Madam Counsel, your appearance at this time, please.
good morning, Your Honor. Thomasine Jefferson on behalf of Kenneth Wesley, P42872. Thank you.
All right, and good morning again to both of you. Ms. Jefferson was in a little sooner than you, Mr. Washington, and I sang one sentence to her, and it was the old song, "Tell me something good." If I go any further, it's got to be a
That's a good one, Judge. That sounds like Shaka Khan. Well, the deal is, Judge, we've reached a point of diminishing returns. And, usually in situations like this, you do the best you can, and not often is everybody happy. And that's the case here. But again, at this point in time, to avoid any situations that might actually be more detrimental to my clients in the long run, my clients have indicated that they're going to accept an offer At least, and we countered and they've accepted the proposal. So Judge, because of you, we got to this point, and I'm glad we continued because now we do have a resolution. And so we could tell you something good.
All right, very well. And that's, Mr. Jefferson, you insinuated the same thing to me that is pretty much resolved. Is that correct now?
Mr. Jefferson?
You tell me it was resolved as well, correct?
That's correct, Your Honor. It's resolved.
All right, so somebody gonna send me in a proposed order of dismissal, or I can sign off on something here that dismisses the matter contingent upon the settlement and the funds being paid, so on and so forth.
Did the judge want that'd be fine with us, Judge. Should we put the terms on the record so that the clients can at least know?
All right, sounds good. Go ahead, Mr. Washington.
Okay, Judge. The proposal is that the defendants will pay the sum of $3,000 within a period of 14 days, and that should be paid in certified funds or something that we can actually cashier's checks or something to that effect. They've also agreed to pay an additional $1,500 in installments at no less than $100 a month. And of course, we would ask that they be in the form of at least money orders, but Ms. Jefferson has indicated that there will be no issues with the money. So we will just have to go on the basis of faith, but that is the basis. That's really straightforward. And we would just suggest that the payments be made between the 1st and the 5th of the month so that we're clear. And we will put in our directives where that money is to be sent to a PO box. So we'll probably prepare something, separate so that the court will have an order to that effect.
Ms. Jefferson, those terms are what you've agreed to or what your client has agreed to regarding this matter, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, so yeah, I will need an order from someone. I was going to draft something, but I think that it'd be better for you to put something together. It doesn't have to be so complicated, but just allowing the court to enter a dismissal, even if it's conditional, with some term that could be reinstated if the payments are not ultimately made.
I'll prepare that.
All right, very well.
And I'll get it to Ms. Jefferson for review and get it over to the court.
That's
Sounds
correct.
good.
That's not a problem. Thank you.
All right, I wish the two of you well. Thank you so much. And do have a good rest of the day.
You too, Judge.
Thank you,
Take
Judge.
care.
And you as well. Keep singing that song.
Right. Thanks.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right,
Thank you, Ms.
bye-bye.
Jefferson. Good job.
All right, this is case number 20-164-661. This is Affiliated Diagnostic of Oakland versus City of Detroit. The matter is before the court set on for trial on today's date. Do I have an appearance for Affiliated, please? For City of Detroit?
Good morning, Your Honor. Alfred Ashew, PA 2536.
Thank you, Mr. Ashew. Good morning to you, sir. So what's going on here? You heard from the other side?
I haven't heard from the other side. I was going to give them a little bit more time. Just for the record, I noticed another individual named James entered the Zoom, and that also happens to be the name of plaintiff's counsel. So I would give plaintiff counsel a few more minutes to show up as a courtesy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll come back to the matter momentarily. I do see a James on here, sir. Who are you? Connected. Sir, tell me who you are and why you're here, Mr. Gentleman. Your device shows the name James.
He's connected too. Mhm.
All right, we're back on the record regarding affiliated diagnostic versus City of Detroit. The matter is set on for trial on today's date. Mr. Asher, I know that you've been in your appearance for the City of Detroit. We need one for affiliated diagnostic on this zone. All right, we're back on the record regarding affiliated diagnostic versus City of Detroit. The matter is set on for trial on today's date. Mr. Asher, I know that you've been in your appearance. All right, I don't know what that's all about, but it doesn't appear that the plaintiff has appeared regarding this matter. Mr. Asher, you haven't heard from anybody for the plaintiff. Is that correct, sir?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Given that the plaintiff has not appeared on today's date to advance his cause, the matter was scheduled on May 10th, 2022 for today's date. Given that the plaintiff has not appeared, the matter will now be dismissed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, counsel. Good day. Right, I see Bridget Bailey. If you're on the Zoom, why are you here, ma'am?
For a court, for tickets I got for no proof of insurance and brake light defective.
All right, you're in the wrong courtroom, ma'am. I don't handle those matters. Madam court reporter, do you know which Zoom
Yeah,
number
Judge.
you need?
She needs Judge Ford. Give me 1 second.
It says courtroom 200. I don't know how to use this, ma'am. I've been having a half an hour trying to do this Zoom. I never done this before.
I understand. We're gonna give you a number and perhaps that will help you.
Right. Judge Ford is 336. Let me,
We're 336.
I mean, she's 335. She right across from us. Yes.
Okay. So you need to back out of here. You need to call, you need to do 360-335-0000. This is a civil courtroom. All I handle here is civil cases, you know, lawsuits and things like that. So I believe where you need to be is in 335. So 360-335-0000.
Wait,
That's
360.
Well, if you're not gonna write it down, listen. the
I'm
same
trying
way
to.
No, you gotta listen to me. You frustrated from something that happened before you came here. All you gotta do is them 3 numbers in the middle. Whatever you dialed before, you got 1 number you need to change. To get to me, you dial 336. You need to dial 335. So you got your first 3 numbers, 360. Then you got that middle number. That middle number is what you need to change. The middle number should be 335. Then you got your 4 zeros at the end.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, I wish you well, ma'am.
Thank you.
The gentleman with the device called James, if you have some business here, please say something, sir. You do have to unmute yourself because I muted you earlier. So hit *6 if you need to come back in.